Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. Today's video is going to be about the carnivore diet. So after doing a little bit of research, we decided this would be the best diet for my husband. He is a meat eater. He prefers meat.
Meat, baby, meat.
So what we noticed with Steven is that he is not big anywhere in his body except for the stomach area. It became really, really hard and very large. What we found out was the large belly is an indicator of possible heart trouble down the road. Well, that's a concern for me as well. More than anything, I want my husband to be healthy. So we did our research into the carnivore diet. What we realized is this is the best diet for my husband. The way that the carnivore diet works is you cut everything out but water, mineral salt, or sea salt, and meat. Now the key to the carnivore diet is that you can eat any type of meat that you want, but a lot of people are making the mistake of eating lean meat, like you're on a keto diet or you're trying to watch your fat intake. That's not a problem with the carnivore diet. In fact, you need to eat good marbled meat, good fatty meats. When I say good fatty meat, guys, I mean pieces of meat that have a decent amount of fat on it to fill you up and give you the energy that you're going to need. Now, don't forget, when you're eating a carnivore diet, things like eggs, fish, rabbit, deer, wild hog, pork, duck, all of that can be eaten. It doesn't necessarily have to be just red meat. Now, we all know about the prices in stores and the fact that meat can become very expensive. So I started doing my research for a local rancher where I could get good quality grass-fed beef for Steven. And I looked up. There's one not too far from my home. His name is Muse, and he's with the Muse 3 farms. This is a generational farm, and they are amazing. They do a lot of work in agriculture in my area, in the no-till and cover cropping and rotational grazing, in organic. I mean, they just have their hands in so many different aspects of sustainable agriculture, and I'm very, very excited to bring you guys with Steven and I over to their farm to go pick up this beef. So we're going to start the way we're going to do it, not just for money reasons, but for storage reasons. We're going to pick up his meat week to week. So today we're going to be picking up 12 pounds of grass-fed beef, ground beef, and a heart. Because guys, another aspect I think a lot of people mess up when they're doing the carnivore or no carb diet is they're not getting any organs. Like, they just want the meat, but they don't like liver, they don't like heart, they don't like tongue, they don't want that part of the cow or the pig or whatever. You need those organ meats to get those extra minerals. Now, what is the difference, you might ask, between store-bought beef and grass-fed beef? Even if you go to Walmart and you pick up something that says grass-fed beef, guys, those cows may have only ended their life on grass. They may have only started their life on grass. The wording that the federal government allows these big corporations to get away with, it's really ambiguous. So you have to be very, very careful, okay? And you really have to know what you're getting. That's why it meant so much to me to find a local rancher, a local farmer where I could actually go see where these animals have been eating, hear about what they've been eating, and know that I was giving my husband the best possible chance at being successful with this diet. I think so many people, especially people living in cities, I don't know where you are watching this, but you may not feel like you have a place where you can go to get a good meat. Well, I'm here to tell you that you probably can get on Facebook, or you can start reaching out, go to farmers markets and ask people, hey, do you raise cows? They might raise cows, but they might not necessarily be set up to sell to the public, but they may very well be willing to sell part of a cow to you, especially if you're willing to pay for the butcher. Like, a lot of people raise their own cows. Then it comes time for butchering, and they'll actually look for somebody to pay for the butchering end of it. And if you do, they'll give you part of the cow. That's a great and affordable way if you're wanting to get into the carnivore diet, or say you just want to be able to eat better. That's a good way for you to do it. So remember that. You can meet your local farmers by going to farmers markets. Talk to people. If you see anybody with vegetables on a table, chances are they have some form of livestock on their farm, or they already know who you need to speak to find the meats that you're interested in getting. Here at Starkey Farmstead, we're small acreage, and everybody that's ever seen me before knows how I feel about that. Small acreage, guys, equals small livestock, okay? I'm not going to try to squeeze a cow on the last quarter acre of land that's not being used right now and then bag feed it out. See, that's not grass-fed beef, okay? So what I do have available for my husband to eat off of our farm here at Starkey Farmstead would be rabbit, quail, chicken. Now, the thing about this is rabbit meat does not have a lot of fat. So it's not going to fill him up, even though it would give him a lot of the really good vitamins and minerals and micro minerals that he is going to need to be successful through this diet. It's not going to give him the fat content that he needs to stay healthy. All right, so that is a good thing. I wonder if you guys understand this, because I just learned this. Fat is actually an organ, or part of an organ system. All right, so your skin is part of an organ system. So is fat. In fact, they're starting to understand a little more about that, and that when you get a layer of fat, it's sometimes containing the toxins that would make you sick. The fat is there to keep it away from your organs. Now, this is all relatively new research, but it sure does make sense, doesn't it? So my concern, like I said, for Stephen is that he is not what you could call fat. He has muscle in his arms and his back and his legs, but his stomach really looks like he could almost be 9 months pregnant, and it's hard to the touch, and that is not good. That is not good. So I'm not concerned about him losing weight per se. I'm concerned about him losing around this belly, about getting it to be soft again, getting that tension released, because a hard belly is also an indicator of a leaky gut, which is a whole nother video and a whole nother topic. But what we do have available for my husband to eat here off of our farm is not going to carry enough fat or enough iron to keep him going. Now, something that you can also have while you're eating the carnivore diet are eggs. Not just chicken eggs or duck eggs, but quail eggs. And I have my little cheat sheet. So let me tell you guys why, if you're going to do a carnivore diet or a no-carb diet, you want to include quail eggs in that diet. Quail eggs have more fat, more protein, iron, B12, and riboflavin than chicken eggs do. And they are like a third of the size. They're amazing. A lot of nutrients packed into that teeny tiny egg. So that is another reason we're going to be adding quail eggs into his diet. My animals here eat a lot of natural feed. They eat a lot of herbs. So I really feel confident that when he does eat rabbit, chicken, quail, chicken eggs or quail eggs from our own farm, he's going to be getting a lot of the nutrients and minerals that he would be getting from vegetables, because that is what they're eating. And remember, if the animal is never being fed that mineral or that vitamin, then they're not going to have it in their meat, which is why I'm so big on finding somebody with rotational grazing that has grass-fed beef, because I know that those cows are going to have, or those pigs or those goats, because we will add those meats into his diet as we find people who have those animals. I know that those animals are going to have things in their meat that a store-bought meat just wouldn't have. And it's the same thing for the rabbits and the chickens and the quails here at Starkey Farmstead. They're not grown out on bag feed. That's not all they intake. In fact, it's a very small bit of their diet. What they really get here is a nutrient dense, a lot of vegetables that are organically grown from our own garden, a lot of herbs from our own garden. And when I do supplement with things like hay and oats, I make sure, again, that they're organically grown. So thank you for watching so far. Let's head on over to Muse 3 Farms and pick up my husband's first 12 pounds of ground beef and his heart. And I am so excited that you guys are going to come on this journey with us. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
My name is Stephen Ray Starkey, and I am starting a carnivore diet.
Carnivore diet, that's right. Tell them why.
Because I'm fat.
No, you're not really fat.
No, because I got something wrong with my stomach. It don't get soft. It's just hard all the time. I don't know what it is. So we're going to try this diet. And then from what we've heard, it helps with sleep apnea. It helps with everything. So we're going to try it. One way or the other, I got to do something.
Yeah, we do. So tell them how you've been feeling, because I want to record this so when you check up in 30 days, you can tell people. So how do you feel right now?
Fat.
All right. How do you normally feel?
All right. I got a list of stuff to say now. Alright, my back hurts. My blood pressure ain't been no good.
It's been up. They put you on blood pressure medicine.
I got blood pressure medicine, and needless to say, I've always had headaches, but blood pressure medicine helped the headaches, but they come and go still, but not as bad. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm depressed some.
Alright, memory. How's your memory?
Memory, I find I have better memory than my wife sometimes, but not all the time. I don't know why I coughed. The doctors apparently don't know why I cough. Memory, my health has gone down so bad. I can't hardly bend over and put my boots on.
Right.
And I just don't feel good. There's
With the sleep apnea. Yeah, the lymph nodes swell up in your neck.
In my neck. And then I got sleep apnea.
And all this is really sort of what, like the last 6 months?
Yeah.
When you're eating food that I cook for you or food that you pick up, do you feel like you can fill up?
To fill up? No, not really.
You always sound like you're still hungry.
I always feel like I'm still hungry. Never. I can eat lunch. I bring sandwiches. I can eat a sandwich for breakfast. I can eat a sandwich for mid-break. I can eat a sandwich for lunch. I can eat 3 or 4 sandwiches at lunch. And then I work till 3 o'clock after 12. I can probably eat 3 more sandwiches every day.
So no matter how much food you're putting in, you're just still hungry?
Yeah.
And would you say you take in a lot of sugar? Because we had this conversation the day and you told me you didn't, but you drink a gallon of tea about every 24 hours.
A gallon of tea. I got 2 cups of sugar in there. Louisiana sweet tea, baby.
So y'all can see like why this is the carnivore diet, why we really feel like it's going to help Stephen. We listed out his ailments and his complaints here for you guys so that when we do a review in 30 days, we can talk about how he felt. Now, I can tell you that he hurts every morning, and it's not just his back. It's all of his body, the bottom of his feet.
I got what's that? That
sciatic nerve. That's
My
new.
God, that will drive any man insane.
Yeah.
The tingling in my leg.
And this might not be for younger.
Let me go get that thing amputated.
Yeah. And this might not be for younger viewers, but would you say that you have a below average sex drive right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so and we've noticed that. So guys, we're just keeping it 100% real. We want you to understand why we feel like with him starting to get kind of depressed, his memory, that this is important.
Hi, I'm Chris Muse, and I'm one of the co-owners of Muse 3 Farm.
Your rotation grazing, how do you do it?
Well, what we do on Muse 3 Farm is we have divided our land up into paddocks. Typically, the paddocks range between 5 to 10 acres. Most of them are 10 acres. We have about 3 40-acre plots that we've broken up into 10 acres that we are fenced off. And what we normally do is we normally graze our animals in a paddock for about 1 week or so, and then we will move them to the next paddock to allow that paddock to basically regenerate. So we're constantly moving our animals around to allow time for our soil and grasses to basically regenerate itself, and as well as keeping the animals moving as well. We also like to do what I call multi-species grazing as well.
I was going to ask about that. We saw you had goats.
Yeah, we have goats, we have sheep, and we have chickens as well. And we like to have that interdependency among the species. They complement each other very well. You know, a lot of the parasites that affect goats won't affect the cattle. So we intertwine those animals and let them roam the land together as well.
Okay, and what type of grasses do y'all feed out here?
So summer grass, we feed Bahia. Bahia is probably the best grass that I've found out here. Great year for Bahia grass. We had plenty of summer grass.
Oh yeah.
Winter grass, we typically we would either overseed with rye. Sometimes we do a light dressing, a light scratching of the soil for rye. This year, with it being so dry, we did scratch a few of the grounds to plant the ryegrass.
Yeah.
But we did also overseed. But the challenge we have now is water. Right?
Yeah.
We need rain.
Been in a drought this year.
Yeah, very much. We was trying to time last week based on the weather forecast that was going to get some rain. We didn't get that much here. But, you know, the seeds are on the ground now, and now we're just waiting on the rain. The ideal thing for us is by January to have ryegrass growing.
Okay.
We're going to, after our summer grass plays out, we're going to supplement with hay. And then in January, we're planning to then have some ryegrass that we can also supplement them with.
Okay, so I had told you a little bit about Stephen going on the carnivore diet. Why would you say grass-fed beef is the best, and why should people buy from a rancher versus in the store? Now I know it's two different questions, but I know that like if you go in the store and it says grass-fed beef, that does not mean
exactly
that they had grass. It's just at the end of their life, maybe even a week, right?
Yeah, just at any point in time. What I like about grass, especially here, is we have great quality grass.
Right.
It's natural, you know. From the beginning of time, animals have roamed our earth, you know,
yes,
just living off the land, right? So with the grass-fed beef, you know, you're taking them back to that element. You know, you're not introducing anything into them. And here on Muse 3 Farm, we don't use any herbicides or pesticides on our fields to control.
So then you basically have organic meat.
Yeah. We don't put anything on it.
Yeah.
We have weeds. We control that by bush hogging. So we do we probably do more bush hogging than most people do. But between the goats, the sheep,
that's it. They pull all that, right?
Exactly. You know, we had a few ducks. Unfortunately, we had some predators that eliminated some of those.
Yeah.
But, we try to use the animals to take care of the weeds, and what they do, we come back and we clip the grass, and also it allows us to put those the grass seed, the grass clippings helps for the fertilizer.
Yeah,
well, so
like a nitrogen, huh?
Exactly.
That's kind of what we do with the no-till. Stephen, do you have any more questions about the cows or anything like that?
Where's the meat? Because I'm hungry.
I knew it. I knew he was going to say that because we're actually going to start the carnivore diet. Well, we appreciate it, Mr. Chris. Like I told the viewers, if they wanted to contact you or your farm on being able to purchase good grass feed, and like I said, guys, grass-fed, this is basically organic meat. Where would they contact? How could they locate you?
Several ways you can contact us. You can go to our website, www.muse3farm.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram at Muse3 Farm. You can email us at muse3farm@gmail.com. Or you can just call me at 770-231-9417. We're located at 1820 Muse Road in Greensburg, Louisiana. If you're in the neighborhood, stop by and see us.
That's right. Or come up to the Greensburg Farmers Market, which they do the match, the cash map on the SNAP.
Right.
So I encourage people. I always tell them, get more for your money. Get more bang for your buck, man.
And the market is open every Friday.
8 to 1, huh?
Come visit us.
Great. Well, we thank you. We do. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming out.
Keep talking.
I'm going to have to probably get another one. So when we, ideally what I would like to do is to be able to process my own meat.
Yes.
But right now, due to laws and things, I have to use a certified slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we do have a Louisiana certified slaughterhouse here in St. Helena Parish, so I do not have to leave the parish.
That's awesome.
To slaughter my meat. So everything, all of our animals are born and raised on the farm, and they're slaughtered here locally in the parish.
Good. Thank you guys for watching Starkey Farmstead. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll do a follow-up video in about 30 days. Let you guys know how Stephen is feeling. We appreciate you guys rowing in our boat, and we ask that you let us row in yours. Have a blessed night, everybody.